There is a fire that burns in every man. Some use it to destroy themselves, giving in to every temptation, every urge, every cheap thrill. Others learn to control it. They stoke it carefully, turning it into a blazing forge, one that strengthens their mind, their body, their soul. You can tell which man you're dealing with by the way he walks into a room. One drags his feet, head low, eyes empty, drained, used, and weak. The other commands respect without speaking, exuding calm, grounded, magnetic energy. Both men have the same fire, but only one is its master. And the key difference? Discipline and self-control. The ability to say no to pleasure and yes to purpose. You see, most men don't realize what they're doing to themselves. They scroll endlessly through images of women they'll never touch. They click video after video, giving their attention, their essence, their soul to a screen. And every time they release, they lose a part of themselves. It's not just the loss of energy, it's the loss of drive, the hunter instinct, the edge, the bite, the part of you that says, let's go build, let's go fight, let's go conquer. That part gets dulled every time you give in. And this isn't just spiritual talk, it's biological. Every release floods your brain with dopamine, a surge so strong, it convinces your body that you've just passed on your genes. So what does your brain do? It relaxes, it stops trying, it thinks the mission is complete. And over time, your testosterone drops, your ambition fades, and your will weakens. You start accepting less. You start being less. Is it any surprise men are more depressed, anxious, and lost than ever? We're drowning in easy pleasure and starving for meaning. Because the greatest illusion of the modern world is that satisfaction comes from indulgence, when in truth, satisfaction comes from restraint, from controlling the fire, not being consumed by it. Now here's where it gets interesting. When you hold that energy in, when you stop throwing it away for nothing, your body starts to transform. Your posture changes, your eyes sharpen, your reflexes, your memory, your confidence, all begin to rise. Why? Because your body realizes something. We're not wasting this anymore. We're storing it, using it, building something. And so it begins to reward you. Your testosterone climbs, your voice deepens, your mind becomes clearer, you start to move with purpose. You speak with weight. People feel your presence before you even open your mouth. This is sexual transmutation, the ancient alchemical principle of turning raw desire into high-level achievement. It's what warriors, monks, emperors, and legends throughout history understood. Your sexual energy is your most potent fuel, and if you master it, you become unstoppable. Because now, your fire is under control. It doesn't leak out randomly. It builds. It fuels your workouts, your business, your creativity, and your ambition. You become the man who can walk into the storm and smile, because you know you're built for it and will come out stronger than before. But let's be honest, retention isn't easy. It's a mental and spiritual war against everything the world throws at you. You open your phone, images, walk down the street, temptation. Even your own thoughts will betray you, whispering, just this one little peek. That's the trap, because the devil doesn't need to drag you to hell. He just needs you distracted, weakened, chasing illusions instead of facing your mission. And most men fall. They relapse every week, then wonder why they feel tired, lazy, and stuck. They say things like, I just need to get motivated again. But motivation isn't the issue. It's that your inner fire has no fuel left. You're trying to light a bonfire with wet paper. Of course it won't catch, but if you can hold the line, If you can fight that inner battle, something shifts. You start to build momentum, and with momentum comes power. Most men walk around half awake, not realizing they've been robbed of their edge. Not by force, but by comfort. Every time you choose the easy path, you reinforce weakness. You build a habit of avoidance. But when you deny yourself what's easy, when you delay gratification, your nervous system adapts. Your brain starts to associate effort with reward. Suddenly, hard things no longer scare you. They call to you. You want to face that pain because you know you're becoming a beast. You start seeking challenges. You become addicted to growth, not pleasure. And that's when the world starts to bend to your will. The first week is always the hardest. You feel restless, anxious, and horny as hell. That's your body detoxing from the drug it's been hooked on for years. But keep going and outweight that urge. By week 2, your energy will start to rise. By week 3, your eyes will be clear. By week 4, you feel dangerous, not reckless but controlled, like a panther pacing, quiet, calm, but ready to strike at any moment. You're no longer chasing women. You attract them, not with words, not with tricks, but with raw masculine presence, with the kind of grounded masculine energy that's become rare in today's world. You stop needing validation. You stop caring what people think. You become your own source of power. So how do you do it? How do you go from drained to dangerous? Here's the blueprint. Control your environment. Delete the apps, block the sites, stay away from triggers. You can't win the war if you're surrounded by landmines. Channel the energy. Lift, create, build. That energy needs an outlet. Give it one. Have a mission. If you're aimless, lust will always win. But if you're building something, your body, your business, your empire, lust becomes fuel. Think about what you would do to somebody who steps into your house to harm someone you love and train relentlessly. I hope that day never comes, but you have to be ready to take on anything. Don't count days, make days count. Retention isn't only about counting the days and sitting there doing nothing. Personally, I wouldn't be able to. I have so much energy that if I didn't move around, I would fap all day. A guy who abstains for a week, but during that week has been moving around all day, exercising, working on his side hustle, spending time in nature, being in the sunlight, is in better physical condition than someone who goes for a month but does nothing with himself. It's about becoming the kind of man who no longer needs a screen to feel alive. Forgive yourself, but never lie to yourself. You'll fail, maybe a lot, maybe sometimes. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Own up to it. Learn from it. Then get back up with twice the fire. Become aggressive with your goal. There's a version of you that's already waiting. A man who walks with certainty and speaks with authority. A man who creates, leads, fights, and inspires. Not from ego, but from truth. But that version of you doesn't come from comfort. It's forged in the fire. And every time you say no to weakness, every time you refuse to release your power for nothing, you take a step closer to him. Make your inner child and your older self proud of you. Light your fire and become the man who doesn't run from desire, but masters it, controls it, and uses it to dominate every area of life. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the... I'm doing a little experiment, and I want to see how many of you reach the end and finish what you start. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.